So Fergus, we're here in the grass demo at the Moorepark Open Day. Give us an idea of what's on offer today.
Listen, Emma-Louise, thank you very much for visiting us, and we're delighted to be here with farmers coming through the grazing demo. So I suppose here farmers get to see what kind of covers their cows should be grazing and what to graze down to. So if we look here on the first plot here, we've a cover of 1500, which is our target. And I suppose that's been grown the last 20 days, so we're on a 20-day round. And I suppose with that cover, we're going to maximise milk solids from the cows. Cows are going to be able to graze down to 4 centimetres, and it's going to have quick regrowth to achieve the 10 rotations too.
And you're talking 1500 of a cover here, and you know mid-season we're targeting a cover of 14 to 1600. I mean, if we look at this paddock today, give it another 2 or 3 days for people who have an extended rotation length, this is going to get strong.
Yeah, so the issue is when the plant's in its third leaf there, it could be grown 150 a day. So if that's at 1500 today, it's 1650 tomorrow, and it's gone. There's an increase of stem in the sward there, and I suppose you're going to lose out milk yield, and it's going to be harder to graze out as a result.
And you talk about stem. We see a little bit of stem here today, but by and large, it's quite a leafy sward. What sort of stem levels are we seeing at farm level?
Generally, Emma-Louise, while I'm out at the Grass10 courses, one of the main challenges farmers have is calling covers on the ground. So a lot of farmers are currently underestimating covers, and when they're underestimating covers, the amount of stem increases, and that's why we have an awful problem grazing out paddocks well on the country. And I suppose that's why sometimes farmers' milk solids get hit in the tank too. So to keep grass quality this time of year, we need to go into low covers, which are 14 or 1500 there.
We're seeing quite a bit of clover here on this sward, and even we see kind of clover flowers. Is this representative of the clover plant stemming and flowering too?
Yes, so clover's coming into, I suppose, its main period. June, July, August is when your clover plant comes into its own. We're seeing increased milk solids from the clover plant there, and we're doing lots of trials in Clonakilty, Moorepark and nationally to, I suppose, do research and I suppose to develop our understanding and increase our management practices with clover. And I suppose the reason we have it here today is because sustainability is massive in the open day today, and it's important with environmental challenges come down the line that we try and have some sort of nitrogen fixation in the sward, and clover could be a huge part in that.
And a really, really interesting point, Fergus. Like, we spoke with Deirdre Hennessy a couple of weeks ago, and she was saying where they're spreading 100 kilograms less nitrogen, they're actually growing the same amount of grass. Yeah. Clover content today is at 27%. Is that normal for this time of year, or are you seeing higher levels on farm?
Yeah, so 20 to 30% is our target, Emma-Louise, for clover this time of year.
And just walking up along, Fergus, I mean, as we're seeing paddocks that were grazed out yesterday, we have 2 different grazing residuals there. I suppose, what's the difference between the two?
Yeah, so I suppose we've grazed our ideal cover there, and I plate metered it yesterday, and it was 3.9 centimetres, and I suppose like it was leafy to the base, so it wouldn't have affected production at all. And I suppose when we're grazing down to our 4 centimetre target, we're going to have very, very high quality leafy grass next round, and I suppose that's going to maximise milk solids for us in subsequent rotations. And I suppose where residuals aren't being met, we can see more and more stem in them swards on the country, and as we know, we're trying to avoid topping our primo in there, and we're trying to get the cows do the work and graze down 4 centimetres.
Now, talking to farmers, and you know, we have this debate at discussion groups. If you had to choose pre-mowing or topping, which is the best option?
I choose neither, Emma-Louise. I target the low covers, and I target cleaning them out to 4 centimetres every rotation, and we have farmers on the country grazing down to 4 centimetres who don't top a paddock or mow a paddock all year, and these are just as high a quality as paddocks that have been baled or mowed. And a paddock that gone wrong, I'd prefer to put it into a surplus bale rather than top it and let the grass rot back into the ground.
Okay, I was going to get you off that fence, but you've stepped away from it yourself. So you're saying don't primo, don't top. What you're doing is identify that paddock and tag it for the next round and take it out as surplus bales.
Yeah. So our objective is to produce as much milk solids per hectare as we can, and any grass that loses quality, we'd like to put it into a surplus bale and feed it. If they're high quality bales, feed it to cow next spring, or if it's a high yield and poor quality silage or medium quality silage, we feed it to a dry cow over the winter. So we're trying to make the most of what we have on the farm.
That's brilliant. Thank you, Fergus.
Thanks, Emma-Louise.